Hey, Alex, what's up? Welcome back. This weekend, we just did that live. We had a great question in the comment section. I think it was Rakaya Taylor. She asks, during the financial journey, was it ever times where you just, get tired and then just want to quit and just want to give up? And when I'm talking about, when she's talking about the financial journey, I'm not talking about, as intricate as, where you're at now. But, I'm thinking more on the base level financial journey. She didn't elaborate the question. So when you're starting your financial journey, trying to pay off debt, trying to get rid of credit card debt, trying to be physically responsible for money, not, trying to eliminate the old habits, is there a time where you just want to give up and just say, no, forget this. I'm just going to go back to doing what I'm doing because I just want to do some of the old stuff that I used to do?
On the financial journey, I've never felt that way, but in a deal, yeah, for sure.
All right. So for you, you're a little bit different from a lot of other people. A lot of other people, they don't pay attention when they're a kid, and then they get into the same financial rituals that the people before them have. For you, you knew that it was you saw a lot of people growing up that was financially irresponsible, and they was always in situations where they need money where they didn't have it. So you didn't have all the answers, but you just knew getting into debt was one of the wrong answers because you always saw the struggle of the people that was around you. So with that, have you ever, caught yourself just being in a situation where you'd be like, this might not be one of the best financial situations, but I'm just going to do it because, even though it's going against, my goal, it's just something that I want to do.
Yeah, I did that with the car. We did a video on that, and I publicly humiliated myself. But buying a brand new car, I made that mistake, for sure.
Right. And then so for me, I think that for people that struggle on the journey, it's not because of them. I mean, not them per se. What they see is they see their peers, they see their relatives, they see their kids, and they just, they take that emotional aspect of it and be like, oh, well, it's Christmas. I've been saving all year to, do the right thing, but I think they deserve for me just to go blow the bag on them for this event. Or they see their friends out of town, they see them on IG, Snapbook, Face Chat, whatever all that stuff is. And then they see them on these different platforms doing it, and they thinking like, oh, well, they're living better than me. I should be doing that, all the hard work that I put in. And then I think those are the determining factors that make people just want to, oh, man, why don't I just go on this one trip? Oh, it's going to be all right. But they don't know that one trip snowballs to sending you back down the hill and having to start back over. So what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I see it, and especially like when you mention peers and stuff, like there's been things that I've done that like cousins or other people in my circle have, I don't want to say my circle, but people that know me have seen me do, and then they want to like do the same thing. Like when I got a house, I know people that like were trying to buy their first house, and it doesn't always match the same affordability scale. So you never want to be the one following someone just because of how they look.
Yeah, and I'm not going to even go on affordability scale. Of course, social media make everybody look like they got the money.
Yeah.
But in true reality, most of these people that's on social media, they faking the funk and they acting like they have it, and then really, as soon as they get off camera, they probably sitting in their mom's basement or something, or they trying to get that deal on the government credit card to try to get some food stamps or something like that. So that's the thing that people don't realize. These people that's always flashy on social media, all of them don't have it. They just doing it to make you feel jealous or pull your emotional cords to make you do something stupid. And then I understand it's a hard part. Like we talked about it in the live. I was like, the hardest part for me on my financial journey was all the people that I used to run with, all the gambling, drinking, and things like that. The people that I used to run with, the hardest part for me was just admitting to them that, hey, I'm broke. I can't afford it no more. But once I got over that hurdle, and then 90% of them turned it back on me. And then for people that's not strong-willed enough to walk this earth alone and need affirmation from other people, yeah, that'll be hard. But for me, once I got over that hurdle of just saying it, and then, like I said, 99% of them turned it back on me. But I just needed one. And stood by me and said, hey, I'm willing to ride this journey with me. That was the hardest part for me. After that, once I got over that hurdle of worrying about what people thought of me, I still don't care to this day. And then now fast forward, and that's what the live was about. For anybody that didn't see it, it's up there on the YouTube, was, yeah, when you went through that hard part, now the view is way better once you get to that level, once you get to that mountaintop. I know, Alex, you always get mad when I talk about mountains, but once you get to that, once you get to that mountaintop, the view is different. Now, everything that I couldn't do that thought I was missing out on, I could do it anytime I want to. And then now it's not even as fun, you know? So let's talk about a little bit about the view from the other side. You know, I know you had friends asking you, hey, Alex, let's go out, or hey, Alex, let's go on the trip. You know, I don't know what they're doing over there in Lakeland, the cool stuff to do in Lakeland, so I'm just making up stuff. But with you sacrificing not doing those, what does the view look like now compared to the friends that wanted you to, you know, go out and party and hang out and blow your money all the time?
Yeah, it's funny because I remember I got a lot of invitations to go partying and go clubbing, especially coming out of high school. That's like the fad when you graduate or whatever.
Right.
I never got into
you
any
just
of
got
that.
21. You gotta get the clubs now, right?
I never got into any of that, honestly. Like, people might think I'm lame and boring. I never went to a club, none of that stuff.
He is lame and boring.
Yeah.
He is lame and boring. But go ahead.
Man, but I mean, things that we're able to do now, and I haven't realized this until like these last 2 years, I would say, is, you know, travel on the whim. Just go wherever we want, you know, being able to want something and afford it without having to stress about the finance of it. Yesterday, I was talking to someone that wanted to buy a laptop and they couldn't afford it. Things like that. So it's kind of cool being at this level and not stressing about finance as much as, you know, it was a concern back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I talked about how 99% turned it back on me that, you know, once I said I couldn't afford it no more. Oh man, I knew you was faking. Man, you trying to change on us, man. You trying to get different. I remember every conversation that I had. But then I fast forward, and then sometimes, you know, years later, I did a lot of different things, especially on the financial journey. And then, you know, I talked to some of the people that was in that circle. You know, they'll probably reach out on social media via Messenger or something like that. And then all of those people are in the same or worse conditions than they were. The only one that's in a better condition was that one friend that I told you that didn't turn his back on me and said, hey, I'm willing to ride with you and I'll help you, support you figuring it out. And then unbeknownst to me, my journey started helping him turn what he's doing around. He's doing very well for himself also. But that was it. Everybody else is in worse conditions. I mean, hell, some dead now, some super broke. But that's what it is. And then I remember all the times, you know, family and everybody coming up with these cruise trips and things like that, and I always said no. And then now the trips that I talk about, nobody in my circle can even go on. You know, I talk about, and Alex, you know, we talk about, you know, going to see different places in the world. Seeing the United States is cool. If my whole life I ain't left the continent of the United States and seen other cultures to get familiar with what's going on outside of this place, then shame on me. But everybody I know, they can't even. The only place they going out of this country is on a cruise to the Caribbean and gonna stay at an American resort and feel like that they left the countries.
Right.
So yeah, so the view is very different. I mean, we still have problems. Like I said, everybody think just because you have money, you don't have problems. We have problems, just money ain't one of them. And for everybody else, 99% of their problems is money. So yeah, the journey was well worth it. Well, the sacrifice was well worth it. The going through the headaches and the ups and downs. And I'm not gonna lie, it was some nights I just wanted to be like, forget it, man. I just want to go to a bar and just get twisted. But no, I just didn't do it. Now I can do it. Now I can do it and afford to do it every night. And now I don't want to do it. I just sit at home, chill, yell at the kid, chase him around the house. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
But for me, it's
out the secret.
Yeah, that's the secret.
Yeah. No, he's leaving out that it takes way too much for him to get twisted. You drink the whole bar and be like, man, this ain't working.
You know, that's the things that just kept me motivated. Like, hey, I knew it was going to change. I never seen nobody at this level in my life that I personally knew on a personal level in my life. So I didn't know what the end game was going to look like. But I knew every day I took a step away from who I used to be, I was a person who I seen it was starting to get easier. My worries about financial trouble and things about finances start getting less and less. And then, you know, now, you know, with all the stuff that I got going on, of course, I still get the headache emails, 3,000 here, 5,000 here, property turn here, that's going to cost 6,000, tenant moves out, destroy something there, business, something happen here, AC unit go out, cash registers go out. So I still get all those contract issues with the state. all the crap that goes on. But I still get those issues. But the thing is, I'm not panicking. I'm not sitting there back in my broke days. Somebody will call and say, "Hey, you owe $6 in interest." I only got $3 in my bank account. That's how it was back in the day. Now it's thousands, tens of thousands of headaches that come. But it's just, all right, here you go, leave me alone. But I always tell people, I never thought in my lifetime I'd write a check for $1,000, much less writing a check for $100,000. And when I wrote that check for the first time, the first check I wrote for, 6 figures, I ain't gonna lie, I was back in public school. I forgot how to pronounce the word, because you got to write the name, and then you put the number in the box, but then you got to write it out. I really had dyslexic. I was like, I had to go through like 6 checks to write that damn number out, man. It was shaky, because I never thought, like I said, I'd write a check for 1,000, 100,000. Come on, man. Hell no.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, I don't know, and I don't want to sound like we're showing off or nothing. It's just like, when you put in the work and years go on and you've built up that residual income, it's insane. I mean, like, I remember when saving 10 grand took me a year, and now it's like I save it in a month. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. It really is. It's something that I can almost see why now a lot of wealthy people forget where they came from or how they started. And then it's hard for them to like go back so far and like try to remember, like, okay, what advice should I give this person that's starting out? Because it's like, the gap is so crazy. It really is.
Yeah, and it all comes down to mindset. I mean, if you don't mind, it don't matter. But you gotta have a mindset to be strong-willed. And again, to work independently. If you're married, you got to be able to walk as a team. And this team is gonna go to the finish line. It ain't no, oh, we're gonna do it halfway. We're gonna get it right, and then we're gonna go all the way to the finish line, and then we'll reap the rewards of all the plants and all the seeds that we sown on the road to getting there. There was no stopping. Once I was on the journey, it wasn't no stopping, because it was better than where I was at. I mean, where I was at was broke. I was destitute. I was heavily in debt. So it was no turning back after that. No way in hell I was turning back, because I was like, even though I was like a quarter of the way there, it was like 20 times better than it was when I didn't even have money to go pick up my five at Wendy's. You know what I mean? So that's for me. It was perfect. I was like, no, I don't care what happened. I ain't turning back. I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, yeah, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose family, you're gonna lose a lot of things going along the way. But if you stay on that journey, man, that finish line is lovely. And I'm not even at the finish line. I'm at one of the checkpoints along the way. But it's lovely. I mean, view is good. View is very good from this side. I'm not gonna lie and say the journey ain't hard, but it's well worth the time and energy and effort that's put into it.
Absolutely. That said, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe. Don't forget to send us content if you got any, and we'll see you guys on the next video.